Hey folks, today I just thought I'd do an overview of, I've done a short on this before, but I thought I'd do a little more in-depth overview of the SOG Flash AT. So this is not a super expensive knife. This was, I think it was under 70 bucks, but it's got some really neat features. So it's got I think this is a fiberglass GFN. I'm not sure if it's G10, but it's got steel liners. It has assisted technology, so it's kind of like, Kershaw has their speed safe. This has, so what it does is, as you're flicking the knife, it gives you a little help in it, and in this case the blade really shoots really shoots out of there. Another really cool feature of this knife is it's got a safety. So obviously red means dead, right? So this is live. It's going to deploy if you try to deploy it. It has the XR lock, but it works different than other SOGs I have with the XR lock. You can't flip it open. You can't flip it open with the lock. You have to use your thumb to deploy the knife. But it's got a centered blade there. Just a regular pocket clip. It is super deep carry. I have it flipped over, obviously, southpaw. But yeah, it fits well in the pocket. I've carried it a few times already. Carries well. So when I first got it, it was really hard to deploy. I don't know if it's just the way these knives are. It's gotten easier. So this has a very, 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 very sharp, thin Cryo D2 blade. It is very, very sharp. And you know what they say, blade steel has something to do with the edge. But boy, geometry sure has a heck of a lot to do with it too, as we've learned. And this has just, the geometry is just, this thing is super, super sharp. Got some jimping here on the edge. So yeah, I really like this knife. The AT, I have a couple other knives that have some kind of like assisted technology. One thing I don't enjoy about a lot of the assisted knives is that they're hard to, you can't close them one-handed. I mean, you can. Oh, sorry. See, this is what I mean, kind of sticky. Or it's because it's, never mind. Or it's because it's locked. I'm trying to remember what I was saying now. So anyway, it's got a really sharp edge. I've been really happy with it. You can, that was it. You can close it one-handed, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. What I love about the other SOGs, for instance, I had the Vision here with the XR lock. This thing just, it's not assisted, and this thing just flips right out. Amazing. Same thing with my Terminus, and does the same thing, just flies right out of there. So it is a different, if you're a guy who likes to just flick your knives, like I do. I'm just sitting around and I'm bored, or sometimes I'll just pull up my pocket knife and just kind of, play with it. This isn't that knife. I was kind of hoping it would be a little easier to maneuver, but that's okay. I collect pocket knives because I like different things. And this definitely is, it's different. It's cool. It's got the interesting lock on the back. So overall, I'm happy with it. It's just a different type of knife, right? So like I was saying, I do have some other assisted knives. I have a Kershaw with that speed safe opener. I have one of my first knives I bought. It's like a $20 knife off of Amazon that has that assist. It really shoots out of there too. But once again, it's almost solely a two-hand closer. So that's that. And I also have an OTF, which also just, I like them, but they're just not as fun to kind of play with either. But I guess the next on my list would be an automatic. So SOG does make some automatics. Obviously, there's lots of automatics out there. There's the Boker Klishnikov Microtech makes some autos. Obviously, Benchmade makes some autos. So I think at some point I'll have one of those. But for right now, this is an assisted technology opener. and I like it. And like I said, not super expensive knife. So if this is something you're looking for, something that's a little easier to open, and then also if you're worried about a knife deploying in your pocket for some reason, well, this takes care of that. You can actually see if you look in the hole by the lock, you can actually see it move. So yeah, this is it, the SOG Flash AT. Appreciate you watching, guys. Have a great day.